La clínica del Dr. David Cavazos, el quiropráctico oficial de Cali Lucha Libre, presenta. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cali Lucha Libre Intermission. Today we have a personality of the wrestling world. Dan Perch, how you doing? Good to see you and great to have you on board.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. It's absolutely wonderful opportunity to be here. I'm doing great. Muy bien, muy bien. How's about yourself?
Estás muy bien, huh? That's real good. How did you get started in this crazy business of wrestling and lucha libre?
Ooh, I got my start in professional wrestling right in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, training with the Beer City Bruiser and Frankie the Thumper DeFalco.
Oh wow, that's quite a mouthful there.
Oh yeah, it's a wonderful upbringing inside professional wrestling, and
I noticed, Dan, that you're very meticulous when you're around the ring. You're always checking the ropes, the mats, the everything. I noticed that about you, that you're so into it. You want to expand on that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That is something that it's funny that you notice because it's something I'm out there doing every time. That wrestling ring, no matter what town, what city, what state, what country we're in, the wrestling ring is still going to be the same, and that's our ship, that's our boat, that's our vessel for the evening, or our stage. Everything with that needs to be in perfect shape for the luchadors and wrestlers to perform to the best of their ability. So just like a grounds crew would take care of a field, and just like ship builders take care of their ship, I take care of that wrestling ring and make sure that it's in top shape every time I'm in the area.
I like that. I like that. That's your ship. That's your boat. That's your that. I really like that. I really like that. And I mean, you're a professional through and through. And I noticed that about you, and the crew noticed that about you. So I thought the first opportunity to have you on board in this interview, so intermission, to ask you that, and it's more of a chat what we do here. It is not an interview. It's more of a chat, like a couple of buddies having a beer in the bar. Although you don't drink, I don't drink, so we're having a bottle of water or a Coke or something like that. What what do you teach? Do you teach how to referee?
I don't, but I'm always open for conversation on anybody who wants to talk about refereeing, whether it's a referee who's younger than I or a referee who's older than I, who I'm probably picking their brain. But no, I don't teach per se, but I do have as much conversations with people about refereing as I can. So I really enjoy it as an art and a profession.
I seen you not only in Gali, but I seen you everywhere. What is that about you, that you're everywhere? You're everywhere refereeing.
Yeah. In this business, there's so many different forms of professional wrestling and lucha libre and all different aspects. To be a well performer and to do my job to the best of the ability, I need to sharpen every side of myself as I can, as if I was a star. I have to sharpen all five sides in order to be the best I can. So whether that means working some up north shows in Wisconsin, or Lucha Libre shows wherever I can, or some wild Chicago shows, or traveling down to St. Louis or Midwest, wherever it takes me. I'm trying to get better as a student of the game every step of the way.
Have you refed outside the continental U.S.?
I have not.
Would you be open to have an invite to, let's say, go to Puerto Rico, go to Japan, go to Mexico? Because it seems
Yeah.
that you're everywhere. Those are the only ones that, all you need is a passport to go anywhere. And this beautiful business and this crazy business, I love it so much. I don't know if you notice that behind the microphone, I go nutso. I love it. I mean, I love it, and that's one of the things about this business that I take it so serious that it's fun. It is fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like that as well?
Yeah, I couldn't put it any better way. Um, serious about this business because it's a profession, and the bottom line is it's more fun than anything. And the better job we're able to perform, the more fun overall the experience is for the fans and the workers alike. So, yeah, I enjoy taking it very seriously because it's the most fun, passionate. Experience I've ever had in my life.
I've noticed also that you're not afraid to get in between two or three or four or five guys or girls right into the melee of it, and you jump right in it, and that's what I really enjoy about watching Dan Perch, not only watching you in the ring, but also on this side of the mic where it's safe, behind the microphone and the cameras where it's safe. You're in there in the thick of things. How do you do it?
Yeah, it's inside the ring with the gladiators, gladiators.
Right, or the gladiadores, yes.
Yeah,
I,
gladiators, and lots of them in many shapes and sizes. Big, small, tall, round, skinny, muscular, ones who jump 20 feet in the air. Uh, you have to be prepared for absolutely everything. And whether that means keeping myself safe in order to keep the match safe and the structure safe. So I try to put in as much training as I can and keep my body and mind in top physical shape at all times to be inside that ring with everybody.
it's really interesting. What do you see on another topic? The difference between lucha libre and wrestling in itself.
Yeah, that's an awesome question because I've been diving into it really a lot over the past year. There's a lot that separates lucha libre from, say, a traditional Milwaukee style wrestling.
But
um, yep. It really comes down to the similarities I see are the heart and the passion. However, when it comes to Lucha Libre, the crowd is a little bit different, and their heart and passion is a little bit different. It comes from a different place, as the Milwaukee crowd or a traditional Midwestern style would be. Therefore, the wrestlers and the luchadors have to give their heart and their soul the way they know from their upbringing, from their families, from their childhood, from everything they know as an individual. They wear it on their sleeves. So that being said, the crowd differs the most, and we want to cater to the crowd in whatever setting we can best. So the Lucha Libre crowd is unbelievable because it's a culture that I haven't experienced as much in my life,
You
but
hit it right.
it's a full culture.
Yes, it is. I you hit it right on the head. I got a nail here. As a matter of fact, I got a nail here. I don't bring a hammer, but you hit it right on the head. You hit it right on the head. It's a culture. It's a culture not only for the Mexican fans, but the lucha libre itself. because the wrestlers that I have had a pleasure and to call behind a microphone, and the refs that I have seen in this beautiful business, because on the outside, when you're walking around, I'm talking about you personally, um, Dan Perch. You're a sweet person, a sweet guy, a very shy. Uh, I would even venture to call you shy, but when you're in the ring, you're like a rupa. Let's get it going. What did I? It's like zoom. Like that old commercial, you put the face on it, it's all business.
Oh, it really is. And the simple way I can put that in, and thank you for the description. It's absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. The the difference between the two is I'm always a student of the game, and when it comes to behind the curtain, I'm listening and trying to take in as many notes as I can to learn as much as I can. Uh, and when I'm out there, when you go through that curtain and the lights hit and you're out there going towards the ring, it becomes time for business to be done. That's where the notes and the learning brings you to that moment to use it in the game situation. So the switch is something that I do. It's a physical change. It really is. But everyone has a different way of doing it. But I'm able to flip that switch mentally and physically right when the time is needed to go out there and referee.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, because it's a completely different thing for you and I. You jump in the ring, and it's a switch, as you say. But before all of that, there's something that we have to prepare the show and talk about what's coming up and welcome the crowds, and not only for the people there at the arenas, different arenas, but the people watching or following us on Facebook Live, YouTube, or live TV. It's a completely different thing. Now, with that said, before you flip that switch, do you get butterflies before you open that curtain and you fly down the ramp?
Yeah, that's gonna be with me from the first day all the way to the end. But what I do is you turn that into adrenaline, and that's my favorite byproduct of it all is turning those butterflies or pregame jitters into adrenaline. So turning that into adrenaline fuels the body to perform at a very high rate, like a pro athlete, using that kind of adrenaline, performance adrenaline.
You mentioned earlier it's a culture. Now you mentioned adrenaline. So you also mentioned the switch, and talking about the fuel that fires all that up is the crowd. Do you hear them when you're refereeing a very intense lucha?
Yeah, and the role I play as the referee and the job that I do is so real. To wear it on my sleeve out there, I have the crowd run through me at all times. I'm allowing the crowd. I'm giving myself to them, almost in a sense, to allow them to give back to us. So I feel them run through me, I guess is the best way to describe it, if it makes sense. But yeah, I try to give myself as much as I can to them to feel every reaction that they give. So yeah, it's wild. I love it. I
I
love it.
I because I have noticed, other arenas, and as you said, the Midwest, the Milwaukee crowds and stuff like that. But I don't know if you agree. Would you agree with me on the next sentence or words that are going to come out of my mouth? Will be that Gali Lucha Libre fans I would venture to say that they're different. They'll let you know whether they like you or they hate your guts. When you're a referee, whether you're a referee or a wrestler, the Gali Lucha Libre are completely different breed. I don't know if you agree with me on that one or not.
Oh, I completely agree. And it goes back to that culture and being real. The crowd is going to be as real as possible. They've got no reason to lie, so they're going to tell you
Yeah,
exactly how they feel.
yeah.
They're all hard working as we are too. So we're not out there, selling them any missed goods. They'll let us know if they are. So yeah, the Gali Lucha Libre crowd is about as fun as it gets, because they are so truthful and they're not bashful. They'll let you know loud and in your face, good or bad, just how they feel.
And that's a good thing. That is a very good thing because they'll judge you right there on the spot. You don't have to wait to watch the tape or when the movie comes out. They'll let you know right there. Then it had been a pleasure already getting the call from production department that we got to go on to Gali Lucha Libre in the present day. I would like to wish you nothing but the best in your future. I hope to see you in many, 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 many more Gali Lucha Libre. And with that, I'll say, Dan Perch, thank you very much. The best of luck to you.
Mucho amore, mucho amore.
We'll
Thank
see you, Dan. Thanks.
Love ya.